What's up, Dragon Brood? You know, just realizing, looking at the footage here, you kind of get to enjoy my lazy Corona isolation look today, so I'm apologizing up front. But it's kind of fitting because today we're getting rough and rugged with some Rakdos Knights. So red-black decks, really emphasizing the Knights from all the recent sets in Standard with a little bit of a twist. But before we take a look at the deck, as usual, please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell because that definitely helps me out, and then come on with me while we go take a look at the deck. Alright, so this looks mostly like what you would expect, but we've added a few things since M21 came out. So you've got 4 Knighted Ebon Legions, some Fervent Champions, Black Lance Paragons, Eliminate, which is one of the better removal cards that's available to us, Stormfish Crusader, which is interesting because, you know, I'm a big fan of this card in these lists. I know a lot of people have kind of foregone this card for different reasons. I mean, some people fear the life loss, but truthfully, if your deck's doing what it's supposed to, especially now that we have some big hitters and a couple of extra tricks in here, you want to be able to get to the cards as best you can. Demonic Embrace, which is another great card from M21. It really turns a less threatening creature into a very threatening creature. I mean, even if you put it on a Stormfish Crusader, now you have a flying thing with Menace, so they have to have 2 flyers even to block it. Drill Bit, just for some discard. Murderous Rider, Riding Regisaurs, Bone Crusher Giants, just a couple of them so we have some extra removal. Spawn of Mayhem as a big finisher, and Ember Cleaves. Lands, we've got Swamps, Mountains, Blood Crypt, and Tournament Ground. So nothing too surprising there. We're just really getting in there. The deck's designed to be fast and straight to the point, but we'll see how well it works. Let's go hop into the arena. Hold on. It looks like the opponent, they are playing an Umari. So usually one of 2 things happens when you see Umari. It's either a deck that's all creatures, or it's a deck that's all instants. Haven't really seen anything else with Umari yet. So we're kind of forced into a rough situation here to decide what we want to do. I'd say we keep it. It's kind of a rough keep, but I'm willing to gamble. Oh, this looks like this could be creatures. We may have chosen poorly. Wonder if we should play the Stormfish Crusader or sit back waiting to play this Paragon. I think we just pass. I mean, maybe we get lucky and the opponent plays like Questing Beast here, or we can take a shot to pick off a Questing Beast. That would be great. Awesome. That is one of the better things that could have happened. And we come out a net positive on the life. This is even more exciting. So we can get in with a Fervent Champ. And the turn. And then we'll see what the opponent does here. Again, they may have another Questing Beast. Who knows? If they do, then we'll just run out the other Black Lance Paragon. If they don't, I think next turn we attack with the Fervent Champ, see if we get the opponent to block, play a Paragon. If not, then we just run out a Spawn of Mayhem and see what we can do. Arboreal Grazer, interesting. Well, that's going to make having this Black Lance Paragon a lot less exciting. Also a little bit scary because it makes me wonder if the opponent's sitting on some like big 5-cost things they're worried about. A Great Horn. Okay, well they will get their mana. Alright, well they have plenty of mana now. They can do all the things they feel they need to do. Alright, I feel like this is a good as anything. I mean, they already got all the mana they want anyway, but I have a feeling there is something big and scary in our future. Gosh. I kind of really want to just play this drill bit straight up. And it's not the way we really want to be playing this deck, but... Alright, I'm going to do it. I guess them getting another Great Horn isn't the worst thing. Ceratops would have been a little tough for us. I mean, them getting something else big here could be bad. We did not have that fast start, and now we're getting punished for it, I think. Though we're not dead in the water yet. And we still have some options. No blocks. This could work out well for us. If all they're going to do is Migratory Greathorn to get 2 lands, then we might actually get to play... Oh, because that is Stonecloaker. Alright, well that changes things entirely. It makes this not nearly as good. So... go Crusader here and just pass. Interesting. I wonder what they're debating. I mean, they could just put Umari in hand this turn and still play their Greathorn. Yeah. That makes the most sense. And sadly now, the only thing we can draw is Murderous Rider, I think, to get rid of that. Alright, so we're going to take our beating for 8. I don't think we want to do anything else here. Which we're going to go to 12 from the Stormfish Crusader. And hopefully draw our needed removal card. And that's not it. That's not it. Though that's not bad as far as trying to find a blocker and buy some time. We can live with that. Matter of fact, if the opponent... This is kind of an interesting thing for us, because if the opponent does attack, we get to block with the Regisaur, right? If they don't attack, then, you know, we're not that bad off. Actually, we need to put a stop during our upkeep, because we have enough mana, we can just play this straight up. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it doesn't necessarily do much. I mean, we put it on the Rotting Regisaur. They can block. I mean, kills their creature. But we'll at least still have Embercleave on the table with a Murderous Spawn of Mayhem and whatnot. Though the opponent may still try to keep it up. I mean, we do have 2 damage during our upkeep coming very quickly here. The opponent's not going to play Umari here? That's interesting. What is in their hand that they don't want to play Umari? Yeah, what's funny is if the opponent attacks there, we might be able to just one-shot them on our turn. Just one big attack to do 20+ damage. Because, I mean, that would be 16 just from Rotting Regisaur. They could block 7. That's 9. They would take 4. That's 13, 14, 15, 16. And that's if they blocked it across the board. So, yeah, that would just be it. Interesting that they're not playing Umari here. If they don't, I'm not sure what that means. Oh, are they wanting to... Oh, okay. Alright, alright. That actually does us a favor, truthfully. Alright, sadly, whatever we draw, we can't use here. We're not attacking with Spawn of Mayhem because that just gets blocked. Well, let me see. Do we? Right? So we attack with the Spawn of Mayhem. They could block with their 8/9, but then they have 16. They would have to stop with the other 2 creatures, but that wouldn't kill our Rogering Regisaur. We would then, well, yeah, I think we're just better just attacking with the Regisaur here. No need to get too fancy. Alright, that makes sense. Alright, in the turn. So the biggest threat we have is now gone. We'll each lose a life from the Spawn of Mayhem. We can equip something up. We have the Knight as a backup and still be able to pump it, actually. Well, if we draw land. We can definitely block the 2 creatures on board safely. Rada's the only real concern, which we'll just block with the Fervent Champ. And then I think that's game. Unless they drew something to deal with. Oh, unless they have an Embercleave, I guess. Well, that still wouldn't do it anyway, though. Because you couldn't Embercleave and pump. So, that's fine. Do they have... Well, yeah, because I was thinking if they had Primal Might, they would have just done that first, probably. Because Primal Might, even for like 2 or 3, and then force us to block Rada with our Spawn of Mayhem, would have been the play. Alright, looks like that's it. They don't have anything that can block a flyer. Spawn of Mayhem is going to get the work done. And how short are we? Nope, we have exactly... Oh, more than one. I thought we had exactly. But either way. Well, we got to keep this. This is one of the better draws you'd want from, you know, the Knights deck. Or the Mono Red deck, for that matter. Which I'll probably play Mono Red on the channel soon, because I think there's some Mono Red fans out there that want to see that in action. So, expect to see that pretty soon. This potentially changes things. They did go turn 1 Grazer, but we do have a Bone Crusher Giant we can use. Whether we want to or not, it's a different story. Let's see what they have to follow up with here. Does this say no play on turn 2? Setting up big for next turn. Okie dokie. Thought there might have been a Bone Crusher Giant. I assume that's what we're waiting on. Bone Crusher's gonna eat a thing. Or not, opponent. Alright, we'll let everything attack. You get a bonus. You get a bonus. You get a bonus. Oh, crap. I thought I clicked this one. I didn't. Well, that's a mistake. Opponent should be losing 2 here, not 1. Misclicked when they were shifting around there. Alright, this is where the opponent gets to play something big. Because here it's either going to be like a Spellbreaker or... No, it's just a Great Horn. Okay, cool. Well, let us find an answer to that. That would be the goal. Oh, well. We had other thoughts, but I think... Well, this is interesting, because we could just Demonic Embrace the Fervent Champ. Granted, that does only give it a 2 toughness. And if we attack with everything, we can just Ember Cleave Regisaur next turn. So yeah, let's just do that. Can't quite one-shot the opponent, but be real close. Actually, if we discard the Embrace and we were to draw a red land, we could actually attack. Oh, no, we'd be a creature short. Never mind. We couldn't do that anyway. I was pipe dreaming. Though, this might still be it. Because if they don't block the Regisaur, they take a full 16. And then you have 2 coming through from one of the Fervent Champs. Ah, there you go. That'll help you. That'll definitely buy time. Or as some old guys told me around a poker table one time, that dog will hunt. It's very country. I think we discard Demonic Embrace. That feels like the correct answer. Well, yeah, they can only pump each other here. Alright. I mean, if you just don't block anything, you're just dead, opponent. Now, here's the interesting thing. If we... Oh, that's all we're blocking? 16 minus 3 is 13, 14, 15. Yeah, that's exactly. I was just thinking, if we could get rid of all the opponent's creatures, I might have, like, Bone Crusher Gianted a Gem Razor to let it get killed with the first strike, and then maybe we do something else. I think this hand's worth keeping. And we're on the draw, so why not? Play against some mono red action. Okay. Interesting, interesting. See how we'll play this. They didn't even cast anything. Alright. Guess they're waiting to use a Bone Crusher Giant on something that we didn't give them the pleasure of doing. Sounds like a plan. Well, we now know they are incentivized to play a Bone Crusher Giant. Though they might have something. Well, I figure if they had a Nax, you just play it before the attack in case this died. Yep, it's just a Bone Crusher Giant. I think we'll wait so we can use a Black Lance Paragon, and then maybe even next turn have an Eliminate and a Paragon up, potentially. And just minimize our damage. I mean, they could have like a Torbrand here or something, and we don't have a good answer to that yet. Other than maybe just play a Bone Crusher Giant in the way, but that kind of is what it is, as they say. Here's an interesting thing. Do we want that Robber of the Rich to take a card from us? Well, we don't have to worry about it now. Whatever they get, unless it's like a Knight of the Ebon Legion or something, they likely wouldn't be able to use it. Hopefully they don't have a shock in hand. Come on, no shock. Or actually, maybe we do want it to be a shock, so it's not an Ember Cleave or something. Well, that's a land. We didn't need that. So that's good. We'll block there. So we take 3, we gain 3, so that's a wash. Kill a creature. Alright, so that was a pretty good turn for us. We pass, I guess? If they end up just attacking with the 10th Street Dodger, I don't think we're going to use the Paragon on that. Because, really, we'd rather get something better on a following turn, potentially. Alright, Steamkin. I mean, we could still be incentivized to just play the Blacklands Paragon here. I don't know that we are. The only reason we would do that is if we were afraid one of those things is Embercleave or some such, then we could go into their hand. Like, we could play this now, attack. They probably won't block with their Steamkin. If they do, we don't really care. So yeah, actually, you know what? I'm going to take that line. Because if they do block with the Steamkin, we don't care, really. We'd like to kill that. And oddly, we have an Embercleave, so that could be a thing too. Now this sort of opens up the door that we could Drill Bit and then play a Bone Crusher and see what happens from there. Alright, opponent chooses not to block. We're not going to play the Embercleave here. Go ahead and Spectacle up. Now if they have even like a Scorching Dragonfire, they may just want to use it. Oh, they had 2 Embercleaves. Goodness. That's bad. Alright, well, the good news is if they do it, that would move that to a 2. That would make it 3. We would take 6. We can block the other one. Go to 9. We would have a Bone Crusher in that. That's 7. We'll make it 10, 13. Okay. We can try. I mean, we won't be able to block the Runaway Steamkin right out of the gate. That's tough. We now know, though, there's an Embercleave hiding out over there. Even if they drew a 1-mana creature, you know, a 10th Street Dodger or a Fervent Champ. Oh, Thorbrand. Okay. That changes things a little bit. So if we attack with both of these... Well, now we're in a little trouble, right? Because we take 3. We go to 12. We attack with both of these. We know that doesn't kill the opponent. But if we left our defenses down, they'd be able to kill us, obviously, with the Embercleave. I think we have to leave this up. Take our 3. Ooh, Fervent Champ. You are trying real hard. Real hard. You're making it closer, but not quite. Alright. So I could be up to 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Couldn't make that anymore. Man, we are just short of being able to pull this off. I was just thinking, okay, if this is 6 or 3, that's 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we couldn't do that and leave all our defenses down. That's not an option. Don't know what we can do. I think we can just play things. Prevent as much damage as we can next turn. I mean, I say that. I actually just messed up, now I'm thinking about it. No, because we didn't have 6 lands. If we had another mana, we could have just saved, let them play Embercleave on something. We could Embercleave back and kill each other with first strike damage. That was kind of like our only other out. Well, that's exciting. Oh, man. And they drew a Robber of the Rich here. Oh, boy. don't think we have an out. I think the best we can do is this. 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 I mean, it's really not a winning combination. I think we just lose. Because we're going to lose all of our creatures except for a Fervent Champ. And that's not really going to do much. I almost feel like we got to do this. Alright, let's do that. Well, no, we're dead anyway if we do that. That's actually a worse block. Yeah, we don't win here, actually. Them drawing the Robber of the Rich made it bad for us. We really don't have any good blocks there. Yeah, we can't win. Yep. Well, we're going first here, but I think we just have to mulligan, sadly. Alright, this is much better. Seeing as that we've been having trouble drawing removal, I think I'm going to get rid of that Blacklands Paragon. Get in there with that. Opponent has a Scorpion. Still attacking. Looks like we're playing against Mono Black Sacrifice. I was gonna say I was just about to say we're gonna have to keep this Murderous Rider for a priest, but there's one now. Yep, and we have our 4 mana, 2 red, for an Embercleave. So if the opponent plays a creature here, we can just Embercleave up. We do have to be concerned that they find red mana, if they're playing red, that we get blasted. This is unfortunate. This is definitely going to lead to one of our creatures. Well, not really. Yeah, because they could block Scorpion, Fervent Champ with the Scorpion, the Archfiend the other way. Archfiend's going to go to the graveyard anyway. So I think I want to set up a bigger kill here, potentially. And no attacks. Mostly because I didn't want to put Archfiend in the graveyard and give them a chance to play Call of the Death Dweller or whatever, and get it out, then have something to block Spawn of Mayhem, plus, or maybe even chump block one of our things. Didn't really like the outcome of that very much at all. This, however, is kind of nice. So now we attack with this and this. If the opponent only blocks with the Blacklands Paragon, then they take... I mean, if they only block the Blacklands Paragon, that'd be 8 minus 1 is 7. They would take 4 in the air. Go to 4. We could possibly make the Blacklands Paragon up to a 10. That'd be 14. If they have red mana, then they could steal our Fervent Champ, though, so we don't necessarily want to run that into combat and let it die. Don't love this. Don't love it. I mean, we could have put maybe Demonic Embrace on the Fervent Champ, but I'm trying to minimize what we would even worry about from the opponent here. Alright, now I think we should be pretty good. Having the Murderous Rider helps, I think. Alright, we get drained. We will sacrifice probably just the Fervent Champ. Don't think that card's important to the proceedings at this point. Yep, and there's a Call to Death Dweller. And this is why we were concerned about what we were doing. Oh, a freebooter. Dang. That sucks. Yep, that Embercleave's gonna be big. That's what I get for not playing it last turn. Got punished. Oh boy. Well, I guess we play another spawn here. And then put this on the Murderous Rider. That probably works too. Actually, I'm just wondering if I just put this on a Murderous Rider now and attack with it. Opponent has to block it. Or at least is really incentivized to block it. They have 2 Scorpions they can get back, so we could die if they have another Call of the Death Dweller, actually. So we kind of want another creature. But we would gain life off the Murderous Rider, so maybe. Alright, I think we just got to play to our advantage. Do we even, though? Now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe it'd been better off just playing this spawn. Because we attack with all 3. I assume you'll block Spawn of Mayhem. Take 5. 8. Go to 4. We gain 5. I think that's the best block for them. And then they'd have to find more creatures to sacrifice. Or sacrifice one of their priests. They could attack us for 5, 6, make us lose 2, 7, 8. If they had another Scorpion or something, we would die. I feel like this is just a bad attack, but I'm going to do it anyway. Kind of half hoping whatever remains after the turn, we have enough life that we can get the Demonic Embrace back, potentially. But I think all around, this is kind of just a bad situation for us. Alright. We did get our life. Opponent goes to 4. We're at 14. Our spawn will be a 6 next turn. Alright, opponent is hitting us down to 13. Guess they're sacrificing that. There's a Gutter Bone. Man, Priest of Forgotten God is so good. Because even here, you sack, but then you get 2 more mana. And then you get to play something else, and we have to sacrifice both our creatures. Like, that's super good. And we lose 4 life in the process. I mean, yeah, no doubt. I mean, we're going to sacrifice that. If they find... Yeah, I was going to say, if they found another thing they could play, nothing we can do about it. So you actually know what we need to draw here? We need to draw Fervent Champ. Fervent Champ, we can put a Demonic Embrace on. Come on. Come on. Come on, deck. One time Fervent Champion. Ugh. Ugh. That looks nothing like a Fervent Champion. Yeah, we are dead. We are dead. Because they'll just make us sack. That's 8. And then whatever goes to the graveyard. Yep. GG's. That's what I get for not playing that Embercleave out. Ooh, definitely mulligan on. This one... Oh, gosh. It's brutal. All these 1s and 2s and we can't find anything to play. Alright, we gotta keep this one. Looks like we're gonna have to chunk that. And maybe Spawn of Mayhem. Sadly. Alright. The only reason I got rid of Spawn of Mayhem is there was a chance that we may have ended up not being able to cast it, since technically it's not a knight. And at least this we can use as removal and just play straight up. Unfortunately, we did find our land, or fortunately, however you want to look at it. So that makes that look a little worse. Though, with this being turn 2, if we're playing against the, say, tokens deck and they play a 2 toughness thing, we would actually be able to shoot it here, which is kind of nice. If we don't draw a removal card on our next 2 cards. Though, if the opponent didn't have a 1-drop last time, they probably don't have it this time. Oh, interesting. Their deck is not what we thought it was. Oh ho. The game is afoot, as they say. Not sure why it's afoot, not a hand or something, but it's afoot. Okay, this is probably bad to just run these out against an unknown opponent at this point, with just not knowing what their strategy is, but this is 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage next turn. 9, 10, potentially. So they're down to 3. Okay, Brazen Bar, sure. Seems legit. Alright, so that gives us a different angle we can come at this from. Now, if they have a Wrath, we could attack for 2, 4, 5, 6. Put the opponent at 6. I don't hate that. And then we'll only be able to use 2 mana here, so this is going to come in tapped. So this gives us a lot of options. I mean, we could shoot the opponent to 4, then play this. Yeah, so I mean, that was pretty good. I feel like we might be at a disadvantage against anything playing Gigantha, but meh, we're going to try. Well, the good news is they don't have a turn 1 thing. So we get in for 1 with the Fervent Champ. There's a chance we get in for 4 with Fervent Champs next turn. And then we could get our choice of either Regisaur or Spawn of Mayhem. So this isn't the worst thing so far. Alright, well, since we kind of know what we're up against now, we are much better served. Actually, I kind of want to play this. Just in case we get another black source that lets us spawn a Mayhem next turn. We're obviously playing against Minota at this point. So we're really going to need to draw something that lets us kill a Minota, but we may not find anything. That's why playing best of ones is tough sometimes. I mean, we can hope that maybe they miss or get a tapped land on 4, you know, that sort of thing. But I don't see it happening. All right. I mean, that being said, how bad can the opponent hurt us on their turn? We have a Regisaur to block a thing. Like, even if they get 2 triggers, that's 2, 4, 6. We block something, maybe take 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then we just Embercleave next turn to hit them back. So we're probably still okay. Well, not if they're going to do that. Dang it. Yep, that takes away that option. Well, if they attack, we will block something, which means they either get 1 less Winota trigger, or they don't have a Judith. Okay, well, let's just draw Embercleave here, right? That's the plan. That's a thing we can still do. Took a chance on the off shot. I probably should have just got rid of Spawn of Mayhem. That's a good for being greedy. Man, these two make things a little more complicated, for sure. I mean, we attack, they have to block here. We're still kind of in the same situation. so sure. Because the opponent's ultimately going to be in a situation that, even if they do get a Winota, well, now it's 3 triggers, actually. But here they have to block. So they're going to still be on 2 triggers. It's just, can we prevent enough that a return strike is enough to win? Or can we draw, like, the last couple of points, right? Do we draw a Bone Crusher Giant or an Ember Cleave or whatever? And this gives us 2 life as well, so that helps a lot here. Yep, we knew that was a thing. Not a lot we could do about it. I mean, the opponent has 3, 6, 9, 12. We are not incentivized to block. Okay, Bowser's Lieutenant matters here. Definitely need something big here to help out. Alright, Freebooter's doing some work. Oh boy. Kind of gambling if we're going to get to play the Spawn of Mayhem. Oh, well, that does it too. No flyers? Whoa. Oh, we can't cast it. Oh. Oh, no. That is sad times, as they say. Sad times. Well, if we attack with the Rotting Regisaur, let's see. They have to block with 2 things to be able to kill it. So we kind of like that anyway. Alright, we'll take that exchange. Just going to block with 1 and turn it into a 2/2. Interesting. Kill one of our creatures. Nope, just kill the Regisaur. Straight up. Alright. Alright, so if we get a black land, we're giving ourselves 2 shots at it. We still get to be kind of sneaky here and come over the top, unless they have another freebooter. Okay, it's not a Winota. That's good. Freebooter's going to come in for 3. Well, that's the other way to do the damage, too. Alright, well, won't get tricky here. In case they have a spot removal card or something. Yeah, this is tough. I think I have to mulligan this, though. I really didn't want to. But I believe it is correct. We'll get rid of one of those. I'm actually going to open with this. Alright, 2 mana thing. Let's go. That's not a 2 mana thing. Alright, so next turn, if they don't play anything, we'll play Spawn of Mayhem. If they do play something, then we will just Rotting Regisaur, I think. Pellet Collector. Okay, that's not a thing we're necessarily concerned about. So I think it's mostly fine to just get in there. Gonna go with this. Because the opponent has the ability to play like a Gem Razor or something if we did play the Spawn of Mayhem. So it would have limited kind of what we could do here. Here we are going to get rid of the Spawn of Mayhem so we can guarantee that we can play the Ember Cleave as we want to. You know what? Part of me wants to put this on the Regisaur. But here's an interesting thing. If we do... Well, no, that's it. Well, no, because opponents, they'll be at 1. If they played a Gem Razor would get rid of the Embercleave. And then be able to block the Regisaur, but then they'd lose all their creatures. I think I'd rather leave the opponent with no creatures here. There's fight spells and other things. Yeah. This looks like a pretty fancy pants hand, so we're going to keep this. Knight of the Ebon Legion, followed by Fervent Champ, is pretty good. Actually, followed by Fervent Champ Knight, which is pretty slick. Whoop, almost messed up there. Alright, get 3 damage in. Not sure what the opponent wants to do here. Probably kill a Knight of the Ebon Legion while you have a chance. But what do I know? We'll pump one of those. Not going to spend the mana to pump them further. Alright, so they're going to be big enough at the end of turn to survive any type of, like, Cry of the Carnarium or something. The Cry is now useless. We're only going to lose the Fervent Champ. Oh yeah, this is a Winota list. We're not in bad shape. They have a Knight of their own. Oh, that's cute. We just attack with this, this, and this. I mean, if they want a 3 for 1, well, they'll still be just a 1 for 1, but they have to put everything on one creature to block it. Funny thing is, I don't even know if... Oh, they're just letting it through. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Doesn't kill them. Okay. I feel good with this with 2 blockers. Winota can do whatever she wants to do. Pretty sure Winota doesn't have a combination of things to kill us from 19. They go to 2, yep. Alright. Alright. I guess we'll just block. That seems fine. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna keep this one. Only goes to early Pelt Collector. This is interesting. I don't know if we go double Pelt Collector here. I mean, double Pelt Collector, double Fervent Champ, but I think we do. I'm just trying to figure out, because like I sort of want to play a Black Lance Paragon to prevent some damage. But yeah, let's do it. Next turn, we'll just play a Rotting Regisaur, hope it lives, and then try to Embercleave, right? That's going to be the game plan. Now here, they can do something like Primal Might for 1, kill a Fervent Champ, eat the Fervent Champ, attack for 6, put us down to 10. Like, that's a real thing. Oh, that seems greedy by the opponent. I mean, I guess it's still 6 either way. But you could have got a 3-3. Scavenging Ooze out of the trade there, I think. We are not... Yeah, we're going to attack. We're going to attack. Why not? Alright, there's a Gem Raiser. Alright, this is kind of for all the marbles, right? Not true, actually. We can drill bits. Discard the drill bit, actually. Okay. That makes a difference. Though we are only at 8. We're not going to get to play Spawn of Mayhem here. Alright, we just pass. Because we can also set up Embercleave with the Black Lens Paragon end of turn if we wanted to. We just have to be very careful. I mean, if they decide to try to play, say, like Primal Might or something here. Then we'd have to kill their creature. Interesting. So here's kind of a weird thing, right? Like, if we kill the Gem Raiser, then they get a 4/4 Pelt Collector and get a 4/4 Scavenging Ooze. So we're better off just killing the Scavenging Ooze. Yeah, because there's nothing else to eat there. Okay, we're going to discard Spawn of Mayhem. Oh, well, that's something. We can't survive all the trample damage from Gem Raiser and Pelt Collector if they both decide to attack here, even if we play a Black Lance Paragon. Well, that's not true. We would kill one with First Strike. Unless they had a Primal Might, and then that's bad. We can attack with the Rotting Regisaur. I actually think we don't. I think we're better off setting up a Black Lance Paragon. Try to first strike away some trample damage if we get lucky. If they don't do anything, then... Alright, Barkhide Troll is something. During their end step, I think we go ahead and just play the Black Lance. And then attack with it all and see what happens. I mean, that's a dangerous proposition, though, because we're not guaranteed anything there. Alright, let's think about this. If we Embercleave, opponent probably just blocks Gem Raiser to a Black Lance Paragon, a Barkhide Troll to Fervent Champ. Then we Rotting Regisaur and we just die. Like, that's what happens there, actually. So that's not good for us. So yeah, we actually can't even look at the Embercleave plan as a plan. It's just not even a thing. I mean, here they at least trade some things, kill a Pelt Collector, or pump a Pelt Collector. We play another Rotting Regisaur. Then the next turn, maybe we just play Murderous Rider and get some life to get us out of trouble. Yeah, them getting this Barkhide Troll last turn made the Embercleave plan real bad. Oh, just putting everybody in front of it. Alright then. Let's do this and this. To kill in that order, probably. Hopefully no giant growth. There wasn't. Great. Oh, that feels pretty good, not gonna lie. Uh-oh. What is the opponent doing now? Alright. Whole pile of mana for a big hit. Oh, a big Stone Cold there. Alright. Legit. Oh, that's nice. That was a good rip. Sadly, we do have to leave 2 creatures back. Because if they Primal Might one of them, we have to be able to block with the Barkhide Troll. I mean, block the Barkhide Troll. Sorry. Alright, worked out. Man, I swear, I keep looking at my visual and I just want to apologize for how messy I look today. But I will say, this list was actually pretty dang good. Pretty fun, pretty fast. Can come from a couple of different angles, which is pretty nice. The one thing I will say is if you're playing best of one, you probably want to find a way to squeeze like 2 copies of maybe Heartless Act in there. Though we were able to beat the Winota list, I think you'd feel a little safer if you had some spot removal for a Winota, or even maybe just like a big Loxodon or something that's in the way. Best of 3, I don't think it's nearly as bad. I think your other options coming into games 2 and 3 are pretty good. But yeah, this was a pretty good one. I think if you're a big fan of the Knight stacks, whether that be Mardu Knights, Rakdos Knights, I think this is something you should look into playing. It's pretty good, pretty flexible, and the games are fast, which I like, especially if you're trying to ladder and you just don't want to be playing, 30-minute matches. This is the thing to keep you from playing those 30-minute matches for sure. But yeah, if you like the video, you like the deck, please remember to hit that like button. If you just like me and want to help me out, hitting the like buttons also helps. And if you haven't, I ask you so kindly, please hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'm really pushing to grow. I have some targets I'm trying to hit, and y'all are doing a great job helping me get there, so let's keep it up. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.